Here's my sample skein. It is all set up on the Niddy Noddy. This is an 18-inch Niddy Noddy. I love it for my sample skeins because it looks like I actually made a lot more yarn than I did compared to my big Niddy Noddy. I'm going to tie the last tie on the Niddy Noddy, and I want to show you how I do that. I've just got some crap yarn. I'm separating the yarn on these two arms of the Niddy Noddy in half so that I can tie a figure-8 tie as opposed to just a loop. A figure-8 tie prevents the strands from getting all snarled up if you're going to do something fun with the yarn skein like dye it or something like that. So I just tie it in a little figure-8 yarn. I'm probably going to trim those tails, or I might not. I have already written out on my Tyvek wristband what skein this is. And I am just taking off the adhesive bit and fastening this. So this won't come off until I cut it off with scissors. It's nice and loose, so it's not going to get tangled up. Also, my ties around the skein are tight enough to keep everything in order, but not so tight that the skein gets pinched in, because I've learned the hard way that causes problems when you dye the yarn. Oh, and I wrote up on my tag here that this is Debouillet, how I prepped it, what wheel I used and what whirl, and what grooves, and in this case it was both of them, and then my drafting method. So next time, if I buy more of this Debouillet, and I might because it's so pretty, next time I will remember how I spun it. Or if I choose to make another, sample skein, this will help. Okay, so now all I have to do to get it ready to be dunked is twist the two ends of the skein until they kink around themselves and tuck one end in the other. But I'm not going to do that because I'm going to wash it. Instead, what I want to do is count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I've got about 20 half yards. So I've made about 10 yards of yarn from this little sample. And I've got records. I've got a way to recreate this yarn if I like the way it looks. Oh, and I will add to the shipping tag how I finished the yarn after I do that. If I did any special techniques like fulling the yarn, which you do by soaking in an ice water bath and then a steaming hot water bath and agitating the yarn. Often that is a smart way to do woolen-spun yarns because it keeps them from, it gives them a little more strength. It keeps them from pulling apart. And when I look at this yarn, even before it's finished, I can almost see the softness, but this low twist that I've got going on in the singles might mean that this yarn is never going to be very sturdy, and that could become a problem. Also notice how much bounce and flexibility. This is a bouncy yarn. I can stretch this little tiny skein quite a lot, whereas if I had done a worsted draft all the way through, I would not be able to do that. Instead of it bouncing, it would drape. It would drape beautifully. So that is sampling a little bit of raw fiber just to see how the yarn's going to turn out.